Episode 9, The Star Schema for Finance. Last episode, we loaded 8 tables into the model. This episode, we connect them. One fact at the center, 4 dimensions around it, plus a calendar we build by hand. Here's what we'll do today, in 4 moves. Why the general ledger alone falls short. Fact and dimension tables. A calendar table we build from scratch. And the star, drawing the relationships. By the end, AtlasParts has a real data model. And then DAX finally has somewhere to land. There are 3 reasons the general ledger extract alone isn't enough to measure off. First, filter granularity. When the regional vice president filters a visual by region, that filter has to find its way to the general ledger rows. If region lives only on the customer master and the journal only carries customer ID, Power BI needs a relationship to propagate the filter. No relationship, no filter. The visual silently shows the unfiltered total. Second, aggregation correctness. Some metrics add across rows, like revenue. Others don't, like account balances or headcount. The star schema makes that distinction structural, instead of something you have to remember in every measure. And third, model size and performance. A wide table that carries customer name, country, and category on every general ledger row explodes the per-column cardinality. Vertipaq compresses a normalized star 10 to 50 times better. The general ledger is the raw material. The model is the structure. Don't confuse the two. A star schema has exactly 2 kinds of tables, fact and dimension. Fact tables hold the things that happen, 1 row per transaction, posting, or event. Tall tables with 2 kinds of columns. Measures, the numbers you sum, and foreign keys, the references that point at dimensions. For AtlasParts, the general ledger journal is the fact table, 4.1 million rows, each one a posting. Dimension tables hold the descriptions. 1 row per thing, 1 customer, 1 product, 1 account, 1 date. Each row has a unique key and a few descriptive attributes. The decision rule when you're unsure. If you'll filter or group by it, it belongs on a dimension. If you'll sum or average it, it belongs on the fact. Here's the AtlasParts star. At the center, the general ledger journal, 4.1 million rows. That's the fact table. Around it, 4 dimensions. Customers, about 500 rows, joined on customer ID. Products, about 1,100 rows, joined on product ID. Chart of accounts, about 400 rows, joined on account code. And the calendar, 2,500 dates joined on date. That's the one we build next. The calendar dimension doesn't come in any AtlasParts CSV. You have to build it. In Power BI, the quickest path is the Modeling tab, New Table, and a few lines of DAX. Calendar generates 1 row per date in the range. ADDCOLUMNS attaches year, quarter, month, month name, fiscal year, day of week, and a weekend flag. Why bother? Because time intelligence functions like year-to-date and same period last year need every date in your reporting range, even the quiet ones with no transactions. Without it, year-to-date breaks on slow days. One last step. Go to the Modeling tab, click Mark as Date Table, and pick the Date column. Skip this, and Time Intelligence won't cooperate. Switch to Model View. Relationships are drawn by dragging from a foreign key on the fact side to the primary key on the dimension side. Customer ID on the journal joins customers. Product ID joins products. Account code joins the chart of accounts. And posting date joins the calendar table on its date column. Power BI auto-detects most of these on close and apply if your column names match, and they do by design. But you should always double-check. 2 properties to verify. Cardinality should be 1 to many, since dimensions are unique and facts repeat. And filter direction should be single. Filters flow from dim to fact, always. One layout choice you'll see in database textbooks is the Snowflake. In a Snowflake, customers points to countries, countries points to regions, regions points to continents, dimensions normalized in a chain. Pretty in a textbook, slow in DAX, and prone to ambiguity. A star is the opposite. One customer table that carries customer name, country, region, and continent, all on the same row. One short hop from fact to attribute. No chain to traverse. The Power BI rule is simple. Denormalize the dimensions. To recap, 3 takeaways. 2 kinds of tables: fact for things that happened, and dimensions for things that describe them. Build the calendar by hand and mark it as the date table. Otherwise, Time Intelligence won't cooperate. 1 to many cardinality, single filter direction. Filters flow from dim to fact, always. Next episode, DAX Fundamentals, measures over filter context, finally. Download AtlasParts and the Episode 9 starter file, link in the description.